Welcome back, another episode, with a two-part opener that explains Dot's relationship to Sheriff Roy Tillman, Old Munch's scheme to get revenge, and several other thrilling revelations. Fargo Season 5 has gotten off to an exciting start. In the most recent season of the FX anthology series, John Hamm plays Sheriff Tillman, the dishonest police officer tasked with finding Lyon, an apparently ordinary Midwestern housewife with a shadowy past, and Juno Temple plays her. Sam Spruill plays Dot's failed kidnapper, Old Munch. Jennifer Jason Leigh plays her cruel, extremely wealthy mother-in-law, Lorraine, and Joe Keery plays Tillman's devoted son and right-hand man, Gator, round out the group. The season began with two back-to-back episodes that introduced all the key characters and presented the primary plot, the tragedy of the commons and trials and tribulation, respectively. The season's teasers had previously disclosed that it is set in Minnesota in 2019 and that Dot has a questionable history that Tillman is going to bring back to haunt her. However, the two-part Fargo Season 5 opener has disclosed what that past is and the reasons behind her strong desire to keep it a secret. Dot was married to Roy Tillman, a sheriff. Sheriff Tillman referred to Dot as his wife when he was venting his frustration at the kidnapper for not bringing her to him. This crucial element demonstrated Dot's relationship to Sheriff Tillman and her attempted escape from her history. Dot had been married to Tillman at one point. However, Dot left the marriage at one point to make a fresh start in Minnesota. She might have been afraid of Tillman because he's a really scary man, or she might have just disagreed with his archaic ideas about what a wife should do in the home. Dot's arrest aids in her tracking down for Sheriff Tillman's team. Up until the point where she unintentionally tased a police officer, Dot had been somewhat successful in her attempts to escape Tillman and start again. Dot pulled out her taser to protect herself and Scotty as they attempted to flee the building when a meeting of the town's fall festival organizing committee turned violent. Dot used the taser on a police officer who had seized her. It was too late for her to realize she was tasing a police officer, and she was detained right away. Her fingerprints were processed and entered into a national database, which made it possible for Tillman's team to locate her. Dot kills a guy and escapes her kidnapping. In terms of plot, Fargo Season 5 is the most similar to the original Coen brothers film that the series has produced. Season 5 opens, just like the movie, with two masked attackers storming into a suburban house and taking a housewife hostage. But in the drama, that housewife is capable of retaliation. Dot runs to a neighboring gas station when the kidnapper's car is stopped by the police, and there she kills one of them by smothering the restroom floor with ice cubes, causing him to fall and land headfirst on a toilet bowl. Dot managed to return home, but Old Munch, the other kidnapper, lived to tell the tale. Lorraine believes Dot staged her abduction. The wealthy in-law's refusal to give the kidnappers a ransom is another connection between Fargo Season 5 and the original film. The wealthy in-laws in this case are the husband's parents rather than the wife's, and they don't even think the kidnapping actually happened. Lorraine is of the opinion that Dot staged her kidnapping and then went back to her house since she lost interest in the entire scheme. Dot doesn't come from money, so Lorraine naturally believes she's after hers, which is why even before the kidnapping, Lorraine appeared suspicious of her. The ambiguity surrounding the abduction has exacerbated those problems with trust. Wyman Tillman adheres to his own laws. In his county, Sheriff Tillman serves as the magistrate, juror, and executioner. He plays by his own rules, disobeying the actual laws of the United States. While Tillman is taking a bath outside, Agents Joaquin and Mayer came by his property to question him about why he hasn't been enforcing any official American laws. Tillman finds flaws in the law and highlights some statutes that are absurd, at which time the federal government gives up and abandons him. Although, for the time being, he is free to live by his own laws, the federal government will undoubtedly be calling him to account for his actions soon. Dot keeps her past a secret from her family. Dot is concealing her troubled past from her entire family, in addition to the police, who are looking into her disappearance. Wayne, her husband, is beginning to raise doubts about her story after his mother sowed doubts. Dot says she went for a drive to clear her brain, but the car was in the driveway the entire time, so the elements of her tale don't make sense together. She doesn't have a solid explanation for the blood in the foyer or the burned hat in the bedroom. The Lyons are going to learn some shocking details about Dot's past as Fargo Season 5 progresses. For more, subscribe.